So you made your decision and you are ready to start your Amazon FBA business today, but you don't know how much it costs to start. I have to be real with you. The cost to start today and moving forward is increasing, but by the end of this video, you will know exactly how much it costs to start your Amazon FBA business today. So in my channel, I share my very own Amazon FBA journey and Amazon FBA tips and just anything that I'm learning from life. So if you like to follow my journey, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you don't know who I am, my name is Robby. I'm a six-figure Amazon FBA seller that started selling a year ago, and since then, I've been able to create the freedom to just be able to live the life that I've always wanted to. So first things first, we have to talk about how much you want to make with a product every single month. This will hugely impact the cost of starting an Amazon FBA business. So there are three types of products. The first product is a single, the second product is a double, and the third product is a home run product. So a single, we are looking at a $5,000 per month product. A double, we are looking at a $10,000 per month product. And a home run, we are looking at anything from $15,000 per month and up. So we're going to be looking for a 100% ROI and most importantly, a 30% profit margin. So if you're looking at a single, you will be looking at a profit of $1,500 per month, a double, a profit of $3,000 per month, and for a home run, a minimum of $4,500 per month in profit and up. Alright, so now we are going to go over the pricing to start your Amazon FBA business. I'm going to go over the mandatory costs and optional costs. And first, we're going to start off with the mandatory costs. So first things first is the seller account. So the seller account is what we have to pay to use Amazon's platform and to be a member of their platform for every single month. So this is a monthly fee. We're going to have to pay that monthly, and that's going to be a cost of $40 per month. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is the samples. So we have to pay samples to see if our product, if our supplier is good enough to produce our product, and we want to get 3 suppliers that we feel trustworthy with. So we are going to order 3 samples from the suppliers. Usually they range from anywhere from $50 to $100 per sample. The reason why it costs so much to create a sample is because the shipping is high, and also they are actually losing money because they are spending like hours of time designing and creating a product for you when they are so used to doing mass production. Because for mass production, they only make like $1 per unit. So imagine them doing 1 unit for you. They're not gonna make any money. So even though it costs $100 and it costs them probably like 2 or 3 days to make, think about it. $100 for 3 days of work, that's not really anything. So $100 for each product. So that's gonna be $300. The next thing we're going to talk about is production. So like we spoke about before, production it varies on what we want to accomplish. So if we want to do a $5,000 per month product or $10,000 per month product or a home run, that's what we have to discuss. So this is what I want to share with you is the cost of production. So over here, when I showed you this before, I spoke about this with you before. So a single, a double, and a home run. A 5K product per month is 30% profit margin at $1,500 per month profit, and $10,000 is $3,000 per month profit, and a $15,000 product is a $4,500 per month product. So let's say you want to do a product. We're going to go over 2 products that we're going to sell. So it's going to be a range of $35 to $45, and a product that costs anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks. Because products that cost under $20, they don't convert well with PPC and all that stuff, and you won't have that much wiggle room. If you spend a lot of money on PPC, you won't make any profits, and it won't be long until you start losing money. And for products that are over $45, over $50, it's going to cost a lot of capital. You're going to need a lot of money to start these products, and it's doable, but you're going to need a lot of money. So right now we're going to focus on these 2 type of products, and we're just going to take the average price. So let's say for this $35 to $45 product, we're going to sell it at $40 per unit, and for the $20 and $30 product, we're going to sell it at $25 per unit, right? So we'll just focus on the $40 product first. So the cost per unit, I've got prices for hundreds of products, so I know the cost of how much it usually costs for these types of products. Usually a product that you sell at $40 that you want to sell at $40 is going to cost you anywhere from $8 to $10, usually $8 per product. And let's say you want to sell $5,000 worth every single month, right? We're just going to go through that. So in order to know how many products and how many units you need to sell in order to make $5,000, we have to do $5,000 divided by $40 the selling price. So that's what we're going to do. And that's 125 units per month that you want to sell in order to make $5,000. And we want to order 3 months worth of inventory, right? So the month's worth of inventory, we want to order 3 months worth of inventory because production, the time it takes for you to place a production and have that production shipped to Amazon and have it live in Amazon is anywhere from 80 to 90 days. The biggest thing with success on Amazon is never going out of stock. So in order for you to prevent going out of stock, you need to order 3 months worth of inventory. So when that's selling, you could place your next order, and by the time that next order gets shipped to Amazon and it's live, you won't be out of stock. So that's why we want to order 3 months worth of inventory. So the total cost of 3 months worth of inventory, that's roughly like 450, 500 units, is going to be $3,000. So this is just the cost of production. $3,000 to produce 500 units for a $40 product. And then if we want to do $10,000 per month, it's just double that. So we'll just show you. So it's 250 units per month. So 250 times 3 is 750 units, right? We want to do 3 months also. And the cost of that is going to be double. So it's going to be $6,000 per month to start. And a $15,000 per month is, 3 times 5,000. So we'll just do that. So 375 times 3, that's like 1,100 units, right? 3 months of inventory. And the total cost for that is going to be $9,000 to start a $15,000 per month product. Okay, so we are just going to go for the minimum because let's say you just don't have the capital to start. So we are going to start with a $5,000 per month product, right? And we will do that for, oh, sorry, I have to go over the cheaper product. So let's say you want to sell a $20, $25 product. So the cost for products like that usually range anywhere from $2.50 to $4. So we're going to go for $3, right? And the amount of units you need to order, so 5,000 divided by $25, that's how many units you need to order. And that's 200 units per month. So that's 600 units you have to order because we want to do 3 months worth of inventory, right? And so the total cost of that, you do the 600 times the $3, that's $1,800 to start this product for $5,000 per month product at $25. And then for a $10,000 per month product at $25 selling price, it's double that. So it's going to be 400 units per month. So that's 1,200 units you have to order for 3 months worth of inventory. So the total cost of that is going to be double. So it's going to be $3,600 to start a $10,000 per month product. And then if you found a home run product at $25 selling price, that's going to be 3 times this. So you're going to need to order 1,800 units to start because we want to get 3 months of inventory, right? And the cost of that is going to be $5,400 to start a $25 product. That's going to make $15,000 minimum per month. So what we're going to do in our costs, we are going to account for a cheaper product at $5,000 per month because let's just say you have a strict budget, right? So 5K product, and it's going to cost you $1,800. The next thing we're going to talk about is shipping costs. These are going to be the 2 biggest costs for you to start your Amazon FBA business. So shipping, right? So shipping costs, I have to tell you, shipping has skyrocketed in the past year, especially right now. Since a few months ago to now, it already increased 2 or 3 times. This is because there's a shortage on shipping containers. and everything is backed up right now. So in order for you to be able to ship the goods on time, for the freight forwarders to be able to be on time and not be that delayed, they're charging everyone extra costs to just stop other people who don't want to ship yet to not ship. So shipping costs have gone up like crazy. So what I'm going to share with you right now is um, cost of shipping. So a small product usually costs anywhere from $1.50 to $2. So we'll say $1.75, and then depends on the number of units, right? So let's say we're gonna do the $5,000 product, so we need 600 units, right? So we can do 600 units, and the cost of that 600 times $1.75. That's gonna cost you $1,050 to ship the 600 units to Amazon FBA. And when you ship it, this is the total cost. You don't have to pay for for sending the supplies from your supplier's warehouse to the port, and then having to pay for when they arrive to the US and have it being UPS to Amazon FBA. This covers the total cost, which is called DDP. DDP is delivered straight to the door from the supplier all the way to Amazon FBA, and all fees are included. So the cost is $1,050, and for a big product, like size dimension wise, it's gonna cost you anywhere from $3 to $4 now. It used to cost like $1.50, but prices have gone up like crazy. So let's say it costs you $3.50 to send this product out, and you want to do a expensive product, right? So we're gonna order around like 375 products, 375, 125 times 3, 375, yeah. So 375 units we're gonna ship, and the cost for that is gonna be $1,300. So it's not that much more expensive, because you think about it, you're gonna be making more profit because the price is a little higher, but we're just gonna go for the cheaper product right now, just so you get an idea how much it costs, right? So let's do the small product, and the cost of that is going to be $10.50. $10.50. The next thing we're going to talk about. Oh, so what I want to note to you is that you can see this here. So we don't want to do an oversized product. The biggest we want for a product to produce is a large standard size, because an oversized product, the fees are really high for Amazon FBA, and the shipping cost is going to be really, really expensive, and the storage fees on Amazon is going to be expensive. So we want to shoot for a large standard size. This is where you're going to make the best profits for yourself, unless you do an oversized product and you're selling it for a lot of money, like $120. But if you're selling an oversized product for like 50 to 80 bucks, I don't think it's worth it. You're not going to make much profit, and you're going to need a lot of capital to get started. And also, I want to note to you that although this cost is 1,000 plus 3,000, so that's $4,000 to start. If your product does really well, you're going to have to place your next production within the first month of your launch, because you want to stay in stock, right? So you're going to actually need double the capital to keep this machine running. So instead of $4,000, you're going to need $8,000, okay? Unless you want to wait to let your product go out of stock and for Amazon to pay you so you can collect the money from the sales from your first production, but you're going to be out of stock for 3 months. So the best thing to do is just have double the capital to get started. But to get started, you only need $4,000 for this, okay? If you got this far into the video and you are enjoying it, hit that like button for me. It'll help a lot. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the logo. So you want the logo on your packaging so you look professional, right? And it's not as expensive as you think. There's a website called Fiverr that you can look at, and it's usually you're basically hiring designers, professional designers from other countries, where you're paying them really little, which is little for you, but for them it's a good amount for them to be working for. It's usually anywhere from $15 to $50. So we're gonna say it's 50 bucks. Package design. So if your product is in a box, it needs to look nice. It needs to look professional, right? Otherwise, people aren't going to want to buy it because they want to buy something that is professional. And it's the same thing. You're going to be hiring someone from Fiverr from another country where it's little money to you, but it's good money for them. And that's the same cost. So it's going to be like $50 to start this. The next thing we're going to talk about is photography. So we want to get professional photography because the first thing that the customers are going to see is your main image. And then after that, when they click on your listing, they're going to look at your images. They're barely going to look at the bullet points and all that stuff. If the product looks good to the eye, they're going to buy your product. And what we want to do is have people click on our listing. So the only way they're going to click on our listing is if you have beautiful photos. And it's the same thing. You could hire a photographer from Fiverr. That's what I do. And the cost to do that is anywhere from 200 to 300 bucks. You could go crazy and hire someone from the US that's going to cost you like 500, maybe not even 500, 800 to $1,000 to get pictures taken. But I spend 250 bucks on my pictures. So let's just say it's $300 because I give them like a $20 tip. So it's like 270 bucks. So it's 300 bucks, right? And then barcodes. We need barcodes. This is the only way you're going to be able to sell your products legally in the US and especially on Amazon FBA. And that's how to keep track of all the different products, the millions and millions of products that are on Amazon FBA. This is how to keep track of it. So you need a barcode in order to start. It's a GS1 barcode is $250 per product. So that's gonna be $250. Then the last thing we're going to talk about is PPC. A lot of people, a lot of gurus do not account for PPC in their starting costs, but you're going to have to spend money on PPC to launch your product because you have to advertise your product. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to see your product and you will never be on anyone's radar. There is a possibility that if your product is highly successful, you won't have to pay for any PPC. But PPC is going to cost you anywhere from $50 to $500. And that $500, I know it sounds like a lot of money, but if you are able to get the ball going, that $500 is nothing. That's just a startup cost. You're going to be making thousands of dollars in the long run. You have to think about the big picture and not about right now. Okay, so it's going to be, let's just say it's $500 to do PPC for your launch. So this is all of the mandatory costs, and the total cost to launch and start your business is going to be $4,300. So it's not really that bad. For me, when I started my product, the same type of product last year, it cost me $3,000 to launch. And right now, production costs and shipping costs have went up. Production costs have went up like 50%, but shipping costs have gone up like 3 times to 4 times. So $4,300 is not that much. It's more than last year, but you're still going to be making good profit. So this is what you need to start a $5,000 per month product. How much money do you have to start your Amazon FBA business? And if you don't have the money to start, how do you plan to start saving money for your Amazon FBA business? I'm curious to know. Let me know below. An optional cost is what I want to talk with you next. So first thing is a product research tool. This is really, really crucial to your success, but it's optional if you want to do this. The cost for this is $100 per month. I personally use Helium 10. Helium 10 is wonderful, and all of the research tools, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, Burrow Launch, in the end, they all do the same. It's just the personal preference for you of what you like the most and what's most user-friendly to you. But if you want to use Helium 10, so like I said, Helium 10, right? So if you put, I have a referral link below, but if you plug in my name, you could get 50% off of your first month. So instead of you paying $100 per month, you pay $50 for your first month. And annually, you'll get a good discount as well. So instead of paying $1,200 per month, you're going to be paying $873 per month. This is what I use. I use the Platinum. That's enough for you to get started. I would choose Platinum over the Starter because there are so many other perks in Platinum other than just researching the products. You can do things like optimizing your listing, all that stuff with this Platinum. The next thing is accounting software. So when you're launching your products, you don't want to keep count of how much profit you made, what's your, click-through rate, your conversion rate, your profits, how much you spent on advertisement, and how much you spent on manual expenses and Amazon fees. So accounting software takes care of all of that. All you do is plug your Amazon account to this website, this software, and it does all of it for you. I think it's really crucial for you to just not work too much, and that's $50 per month. I used to use Shopkeeper, but now I use Sellerize because Sellerize does a lot more and it's a bang for the buck versus Shopkeeper. Shopkeeper is like $200 per month when Sellerize is $50 per month. And I also have a referral link in the description below. So $50 per month. So the next cost that I want to talk to you about is an LLC. And an LLC is not mandatory to get started. You could start selling as a sole proprietor, which is you personally selling under your own name. So instead of me selling under, I don't know, Purple Band LLC, I'm selling under Robby Jhin, and you can do that. I started like that, and I actually still haven't plugged in my LLC, but I have an LLC. I got an LLC when I first started because I knew that this is what I wanted to do long term, and my products were successful. So also, with an LLC, you have really good tax benefits later on because you can put all your expenses from your business and even like your cars and your gas and food that you buy for business as a write-off for your LLC that you can't do for personal taxes. So later on, if you want to do this, just for you to know the cost is $400. The next thing we're going to talk about is a virtual address. So a lot of people so now when you click on the company name on Amazon, it'll show the customers and your competitors will be able to see your address and your name. So by you having a virtual address, nobody's gonna know where you live or whatever. So I think this is just more safe for you, and it's just you don't want anyone to know where you live, right? So the cost for this, I only spend $10 per month for this, and it might seem like extra cost, $120 per year, but it's not really anything when you keep to account the big picture of you making all this profit, right? So the next thing we want to talk about is an Amazon FBA course. Of course, you don't need an Amazon FBA course. If you really want to do a lot of work and a lot of research, you can research Reddit, you can research a seller forum, you can research YouTube and find all of the valuable content that you need in order to get started. But I highly recommend joining our course. It's going to be really, really crucial for your success, especially being able to skip all the trial and error mistakes that it'll probably take you years to do when you can do this on your first shot, right? And you also will have a mentor where they answer all your questions that you have. And you will have a community where there are other sellers like you in this community who want to be successful, who are like-minded, right? And so it's just really crucial for your success, in my opinion. And a course is anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. Okay, I just want to note to you that eventually I'm going to release a course. I'm going to offer mentorship. So if you enjoy like my content and you think I'm a good fit for you, then you can work with me. But there are so many other courses out there that you can join that'll be really beneficial for you. The next thing we want to talk about is an inspection is not mandatory, but what an inspection does is that so after your production is finished and complete, you send an inspection company to make sure that all the products are good and in sellable condition so that you can sell them to Amazon and have the highest chance of getting good reviews, right? And this is also good for you because if you don't get an inspection done and your production comes out crappy, you won't ever know that until you start selling that and you start getting one-star reviews. So I think an inspection is highly, highly crucial to your success for your product. The cost for that is anywhere from like $110 to $300, but I spend $160 on my inspection. I used to use an inspection company that was $110, but the communication wasn't the best, so I'm paying a little bit more for better communication. The next thing I want to talk about with you is trademarking. So trademarking is really, really beneficial if your product is really good and really successful because one, other competitors can't use the name of your product. So they won't be able to use your name. So if your name is Purple Bands, right, they won't be able to use that in their titles because you own this name. And if this product is making like $50,000 per month, no one can use that. And another perk to trademarks is that there's something called brand registry that you can do on Amazon, and for you to in order to register for brand registry, you need a trademark. And there are so many perks that you get from brand registry. Like you could get a nice storefront, and you could put all these pictures in your descriptions where you can't with a regular account. And also, the biggest plus for brand registry from having a trademark is that the seller support is way more quicker with people who are brand registered versus someone that's just a personal account with no trademark. So it'll take probably like a day and a half for someone to respond, but when you have trademarking and brand registry, they might respond to you within 15 minutes. And the cost for that is $275 per class. So per class meaning, let's say your product is in toys and games and home and kitchen. So that's 2 classes right there, right? If it's one class, toys and games, toys, that's 1 class. So $275 per class. The next thing I want to talk about with you is insurance. So to be safe for you, I would recommend you getting seller insurance because let's just say one day someone tries to sue you, you have insurance that'll back you up. Also, let's just say for some crazy thing happens and Amazon, their warehouse catches fire like it did last year, and people lost all their products, right? So the insurance will reimburse you the money if something happens to your products. And the cost for insurance is $1,250 USD per year, right? So those are all of the the costs to start an Amazon FBA business. So these are all optional, but for you to get started, it's gonna be $4,300. And let's just say, for instance, you want to do the bigger product, right? So the bigger product. So let's just say it costs you 1,800 bucks, not 1,800 bucks, $3,000, and then the shipping cost is $1,312, right? So for you to start a big product at $5,000 per month, it's gonna cost you $5,800 to start this product. Okay, that's how much it cost for me to start my first product. My first product was a bigger product. It cost me $6,000 to start. So, but then that first product made $4,000 in profits the first month. So this is a possibility for you. And then let's just say that you want to do a $10,000 per month product, right? Just so you know how much it costs. So let's just say it's 10K product. So 10K per month product, right? So it's gonna be double. So $6,000, and then this is gonna be 2624. So that's gonna cost you $10,000 to start, right? And then let's just say the last thing is a home run product, just so you know the numbers, right? So home run product, so let's say it's $3,000 times 3, because it's 3 times 5,000, right? So it's $9,000 for your production, and this was 25, 13, 13, 12. So it is 1312 times 3. $3,900 to ship the big product that is a 15K per month product. It's going to cost you $14,000, $500 to start a $15,000 per month product. So you can see how this adds up, right? And if you want to keep this product going and keep the machine going, if it's successful, you're going to need close to $30,000 to start this one product, okay? But that's just for you, they're just numbers for you to look at, right? I don't want you to have any fear of pursuing this business, because in the end, this is how much you need for a minimal product that's going to make you profit, and you're going to be able to grow with this business. A lot of other gurus say that you can start this business with $500 and $1,000. You're not going to make any profit with that kind of money, and also You won't ever be able to stay in stock if you start with $1,000, and you're not going to be able to pay for PPC advertisement or any of that stuff, right? And your product's not going to look professional because you're not going to be able to afford logo and package designing and all that stuff. So I think that the best thing to do for you, instead of just starting out with $1,000 and not being successful, take your chances and save the money until you have this $4,300 to start. That's just my opinion. But yeah. So there you have it. Now you know exactly how much it costs to start your Amazon FBA business today. And if you don't have the funds to get started, there are so many other options out there that will help you start your business. So you can do a Kickstarter, you could get a loan, you could borrow money from family, or you can get a credit card that has zero APR for 12 months. But I think the best way to go about this is to save up money yourself. I know you might have a really hard time saving money, but anyone can save money, right? You just have to be really disciplined on how you budget your spending on the money and putting away that money and not ever touching it ever again. So, if you have any more questions, I have a Facebook group where we discuss everything Amazon FBA. So, if you'd like to join, the link is in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't checked these videos out yet, be sure to do so because they'll be really helpful for you. And I'll catch you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.